tiny Chinetsukyu cones on Qipeng extra point on the lower belly. We can use small, looser cones using a semi-pure grade of Moxa, which is more warming, on the Qipeng or beside navel extra point. We need to make an equilateral triangle using the width of the client's lips when the smile is neutral, and then taking the apex of the triangle at Ren 8 to find the 2 points on the lower belly. Watch my other video to see how to make the triangle. We can use this for fertility issues, if someone has a cold belly, blood stagnation in the lower abdomen, and also post-abdominal surgery. So we place the triangle, the tip of the triangle, at the bottom of the umbilicus, and then the Qipeng points are where the other 2 points of the triangle are sitting. But please make sure we don't use the apex or the tip of the triangle. We don't needle at Ren 8. So we mark these 2 points and apply a small amount of Shionko cream. Then we explain to the client what we're going to do, and we make sure that they understand. This is what I usually say. These Moxa cones sit directly on the points and therefore need to be removed when they're warm. They take about 30 seconds to burn down, and when they're about 2/3 of the way burnt, I say soon. Then soon after that, you'll feel them get quite warm. When you feel that, please say a nice clear now, and I'll take them off. But if it looks like they're getting close to your skin and you haven't said now yet, I just take them off, so don't worry. And vice versa, if they do feel hot before I've said soon, just let me know.
Okay, so just a nice clear hot.
The Moxa cones are then placed on the points and lit one at a time with an incense stick. When you get more experienced, you can stagger the cones a bit rather than burning them one at a time, but this takes practice and greater care. So when you're starting, just do them one at a time because these burn quite quickly, only about 30 seconds, depending on the size of your cones. Make sure you have a cup or a dish with water ready to put the burning cones into. I use a Chinese cup with a handle for greater ease. It also has a lid, which helps to keep the smells at a minimum after I finish the technique. For this particular technique, it's important not to leave them until they're too hot, as that will be more dispersing. And we're wanting to tonify for this technique, and therefore take them off when they are warm. Similarly, we keep the cones a little bit softer, but still firm enough so that they won't fall apart when you take them off. We also use a slightly higher grade of Moxa than we do for the more dispersing techniques. I like to make my cones for each client at that time of use, but if you're just beginning, you can start by pre-preparing some of your cones. But just remember that you probably need to tighten them just before you use them, as they'll most likely have loosened up a bit. With Chinetsukyu, when we remove the cones, try and use your thumb and little finger to remove them. This way you preserve your pulse-taking middle 3 fingers from getting burnt and hardened and therefore less sensitive. It can take a little practice to be able to do this, but once you get the hang of it, it's quite easy. Unless of course you're doing cones in an awkward position, then go ahead and use your thumb and index finger, but otherwise try and practice using your thumb and little finger. Take care, be careful with this technique, but know that it can be also very powerful and useful for your clients. Let me know how you go.